Hey everybody, welcome to today's video for the Yo Poker YouTube channel. This is a poker discussion video, so it won't be a vlog today, but what we are going to talk about will be very, very important. So something that came up at one of our events the other day was actually a very good topic to talk about. So we are actually going to discuss about paying attention at the poker table and the do's and do nots of what to do. So basically that's what this video is going to be about. Now, when I say paying attention at the poker table, I'm actually talking about something that probably a few years ago wasn't as important to talk about as what it is these days, just because there is a lot more distraction these days, and especially with the newer generation that are coming into poker, especially the younger generation, they're so used to having all these distractions that they forget when they're at the poker table they need to actually pay attention to everything. So the first thing basically that I myself actually have been guilty of doing this, is when you are not in the hand, you still need to pay attention. You still need to pay attention to every other player that are in the hand, and how they're betting, how they're calling, whether they're raising, exactly what they're doing. Are they giving some physical tells off? Especially when it comes to showdown, there are little things that you might pick up that you won't actually pick up if you haven't been paying attention. Now, a lot of the time we see people jump straight back onto their phones as soon as they're out of the hand, and now that's just not going to fly in today's poker scene. You do need to have those small edges, and with having these small edges is by picking up tells that sometimes you won't see more than 2 or 3 times in an hour, or 2 or 3 times even in a session. And if you manage to miss that because you're too busy playing on your phone, too busy talking to somebody else off the table, or too busy wondering where your next drink's coming from, that's something that you're going to miss out on, and potentially it could cost you a lot of money in the long run. So we really, really need to make sure we're paying attention. Now, one of the biggest things that I think that you need to do when you're at the poker table, now obviously this is not counting for people that are doing vlogs, but you need to put that phone away. The phone is the biggest thing, and I see it so many times at different tournaments where people are just scrolling, they're watching the football, they're watching any sporting event, they're doing sports bet, they're doing betting online, they're they're scrolling Facebook, they're playing another poker game. It just doesn't make sense. If you're there to play poker, you're there to play poker, and you just never know what you can and can't miss. And I have noticed this an awful lot, that people are just, I will pick up on tells of the way that people just, slouch when they're out disinterested in a hand. And if you're distracted, you're not going to pick up on that. So very, very important to actually pay attention. Another reason why we've got to pay attention is you need to know what the action is before and after you. Because remember, if you put out that bet and then someone raises and you could see that they were going to raise, well, you're just going to lose money. So you need to pay attention to this poker table. There was a clear example of this on the weekend of one of our games. Somebody was on the phone. Now, it wasn't her fault. She was on the phone to somebody important, but she went to put all in, and someone behind her quickly snapped all in before she could even see what was going to happen. Now, if she had been paying attention, she would have actually seen that that person was already going to put all in, so she could have checked quite easily. Now, luckily, she didn't do a full forward motion, but if she had have, she would have actually been committed to doing that bet. So you need to pay attention. Now, if she had been paying attention, she would have definitely seen him stacking his chips up, because he was showing a clear tell. And this is why we need to pay attention. You need to be 100% aware of what you're doing. Now, if you can't not be distracted by your phone, leave it at home. Leave it in the car, or walk away from the table to do what you need to do and then come back to the table. I don't recommend that one. I think you just need to not touch it. But it is very important to not be distracted. And it's very important to also make sure that if you're trying to get drinks, trying to get, talk to friends or anything, you're not doing it while you're at the poker table. Now, when I say trying to get drinks, I'm not talking about quickly grabbing waitress as she's walking past, or if they've already come to the table and said, does anyone want drinks, grabbing a drink off that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that sit back on the chair, keep looking around like this for waitresses, because you're not paying attention to the poker. There will be another video on drinking while we're playing poker, but I will not go into a full detail today. But the key lessons we need to learn today are: keep the phone in your pocket or away from the table. Keep all your friends away from the table. Do not get distracted by them. You're there to try to make money. You're there to play poker, and you're there to try and pick up on some tells that you can pick up on when other people aren't paying attention. All right, thank you very much to everybody that has liked and subscribed our videos. We really appreciate all the support that we're getting. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love you to hit that subscribe button. There's definitely a heap of more videos on here. I do have one more cash vlog coming up, and then there's going to be some very good vlogs coming up as we are going to a few tournaments away. So they're going to be very exciting. One's a guaranteed $250,000 first prize. So fingers crossed that I'll win that. But you'll have to check out the YouTube channel to see how I go. Now, if you do want to check out any more videos, they're obviously up there. And yeah, thank you very much.